Boom, boom. This is Ken. Everybody, welcome back to the channel. We got a bit of Azur laying up today. Got just a few things to cover real quick. So we'll go ahead and jump right into it. The event is ending today, Tower of Transcendence. Today is the last day that you'll be able to run the sorties. The shop will still be open for another 7 days to make your purchases. So any builds, if you did not get, Ulrich, then you definitely want to start rolling for her. I got her twice. I got her once about a week, though, maybe 3 or 4 days ago. And I got her again today when I did my standard 3 pool. I've already got all the ships. I've got them all. So I'll be able to, be completing the event and everything. So definitely want to get in there and make sure that you do the 200 pools if you need to, so that you get Ulrich. Okay, because, she's not going to be, when she goes away from here, you're going to have to build her. And that could come, it could be a while before they actually have a build for her. You have to wait for a rerun of the event because she's not going to be in any of the actual, levels or anything that you can run her. So you definitely need to get her today. So make those 200 pools if you have not. All right, all the other events are going to be ending as well. Happy New Year event. Now, this ends today too. Make sure that you get in there and choose the ships that you wanted to get for the New Year's invitation here. Okay, so make sure you get the ticket so that you can do it. I went ahead and chose Lemon, so that's what it. And like I said, Tower of Sorties and Build ends today. The exchange will be open for another 70 days. Tower of Transcendence, make sure you get her. I didn't get to run as much as that, but I got a couple copies of her, so it's no big deal. Tonic and Tea, this is going to be ending as well. And like I said, the New Year's information. Fire's Workshop, this ends as well. So, all this stuff is coming to an end today. Now, this right here is going to be going for another 7 days. So this is in conjunction with the shop, which is open so that you can actually get the actual ship that's in here, which is Magdeburg is in here. So you need to get her. I did not need to get her. I actually built her. I actually built her a couple of times, actually. So I didn't even need to worry about getting her. I think in terms of, the missions and whatnot, so just make sure, like I got to do Aldebert. I got to fully limit break Aldebert. So let's go ahead and finish. Let's go ahead and do that, and we'll go ahead and finish this up. Okay, so Aldebert, I believe still got her in my favorites. Yeah, Aldebert right here. So I can fully break. I've already done my pools for today, so I'll just go ahead and use 2 Bolins on it. As you can see, you should have a pretty good supply. You get them on a weekly basis. You get 1 or 2, I think, each week. Okay, so that's it. So the event's completed. So once I go to the missions tab, this is the last 600 that I need. So then we go back to the events, and then we go down to preparation, and then we got it right here. So collected. So it's a nice little medallion. Let's go ahead and take a look at it. So you just go into it's the style. Where's it at? It's the one I just got. I think it might be. It might be in the chat. There it is, right there. This one. So it's a nice little one. It's actually pretty nice, actually. I like the colors that go around it, so it's pretty nice. So that is that, and so that'll show up, whenever you're using it in chat and whatnot. So that's all you needed to complete the event. Okay. But yeah, all that ends today. So yeah, but that event will be open, as will the shop. So this will be open, like I said, until the 19th. So make sure you get everything in here that you need. I didn't get to run this nearly as much as I wanted to, but that should be enough to get everything. I'll take a look at it tonight and make sure if I have to run a few more to get some more medallions. But between 25 and 30 should be enough to get everything. Unless you have to purchase Magdeburg. If you have to purchase Magdeburg, you probably want to go up between, probably closer to 35 just to get those extra 8,000 that you're going to need to purchase her. But like I say, I built her several times, so I didn't have any trouble whatsoever. As for the ships, like I said, we spoke about it. There's really not. UVH is, of course, one of the best ships in the game. There's no doubt about that. She's pretty much on par with the highest damage dealers up there with Jersey and FTG. Some cases you'll see her dealing a little bit more damage. In some cases, I still prefer FTG just for the survivability. The rest of FTG's kit I like better, but UVH is no slouch. I'm working on her skills right now, so once I get the skills up and whatnot, she'll definitely be something you want to utilize. Yeah, so she's a really good ship. So you definitely want to do the 200 pools that you need if you need to activate the pity to get her, because it's definitely working. She's got an excellent design as well too. So another good backliner. If you missed out on Jersey, or if you're still working on FTG, she could definitely she's definitely one of the best out there. So getting her is something that you want to prioritize. But so yeah, we got all the ships. So we'll just have to see. Next events coming up. The next 7 days will be minor events, and then once 7 days after that, we should have our next event out. They're talking about entering maybe a few more UR ships this year. So hopefully they'll keep coming out with some good ships. I'm sure we'll have an HMS event with the UR ship. I know everybody's been harping on that. Actually, I want them to redo Elizabeth Prince, because I don't think that Queen Elizabeth. She should be a little bit more. She is the flagship of the HMS fleet. So I'd like her to be a little bit more. She's just an epic ship. I mean, that's all she is an epic ship. Can't do it like that. Let's go into the actual dock and sort, and we'll do Royal Navy, because I think that she should be one. So I think that she should come out. They should come out with the UR version of her. Okay, that's what I'm hoping right now. If they do have an HMS event, come out with that. Okay. Also, second, if they don't do that, maybe something that can go on the front line. Of all the UR ships that we have right now, there's only the only frontliner is actually Shimakaze, which we just got in the event before last. Everybody else, Jersey. Well, San Diego is, but she's not technically. She's a UR ship, but she did come out event-wise. Okay, so Shimakaze, we got Jersey, Shinano. Those are UR ships, but they're not frontline. I mean, yeah, Azuma's frontline, but again, those are priority ships. But I'm talking about a UR release ship. Maybe something for the frontline would be nice. Maybe heavy cruiser or something would be nice. Because just focusing on the back line. With Jersey, Shinano, and now Ulrich. So those are all backliners. So it'd be nice to see something maybe for the front line if they wanted to do something like that. So it'll be interesting to see what they do, what they decide for the next UR ship, and we'll have to see. Really, in all honesty, my first choice would be Sovietskaya Soyuz, which is the flagship for the Northern Fleet. I would like to see her released as the UR ship. I'm sure she probably will be. As you know, they've already hinted to her. They hinted to her in the Occult Arms Northern Fleet event, which we had several months ago. She was mentioned in there. Sovietskaya Belarusa was running the show at the time, and in the cutscene, they said that that Sovietskaya was meeting with the Russian Parliament at the time. So she was visiting the bigwigs at the Kremlin, so she could not be participating in the event. So we didn't get her. So we got Sovietskaya Belarus instead, which is fine. She's a nice ship as well too. So I'd like to see that. That would be my first choice. But if they do an HMS event, then I would like to see a remake of Queen Elizabeth on a little bit, make her comparable with all the other UR ships, because all of these ships have flagship capabilities. Jersey is the flagship. Well, I say was the flagship for the during World War II for the U.S. Navy. Okay, Ulrich has flagship capability qualities. Okay, Shinano has flagship capability qualities as well. So they could be, so why not just make all of the flagships UR ships would be my assumption. So I know that you can't do that because we have, we have Vittorio Felicia for the actual Sardinia Empire. So we've got Richelieu for, I think she's Irish Liberty, I believe. So but so they can't do that for everything. But I would like the ships to continue to go along that lines of important ships. Now Ulrich is technically a paper ship, but there actually was she was going to be Bismarck. The Bismarck is actually, there's a ship, but that's also the class. It was the Bismarck class. Well, Ulrich was going to be the upgrade, an upgraded version of that. They had plans for 2 of those ships, and they'd already actually started construction of them when the war started. So the metal that was going to be used to build these ships was needed elsewhere for the war effort. So the construction was stopped. So the ships never got built. And as I said in my previous enter, they're pulling the name from the facts that Hitler at the time said that he was not going. He had 2 names for the ship. I can't remember the other one, but one of the other names he was going to suggest was Ulrich von Hutten. So UVH Ulrich von Hutten. So that's where the name came from. So yeah, it's a paper ship because it was never built, but in all reality, it was not a paper ship fully, meaning it was realized. I mean, it had blueprints. They were done. They were building the ship. So I think they had the hull mostly constructed when the war started, and they needed the materials and resources elsewhere. So that's what. So I'm hoping that they'll keep that. So the logical choice will be Sovetskaya Soyuz for the Northern Fleet, and then we'd have a flagship for that, which is really cool because the Northern Fleet has really good. They have a really good set of ships, a really good set of ships. So that would definitely be something that you will look at. I mean, all of these ships are really good, especially with the retrofit. She's like invincible, okay. And then the Sovetskaya better. Now she's the one that was used. She's the one who was in charge of the northern part of the call to arms fleet. She's the one that said that Sovetskaya was in Russia at the time, meeting with the VIPs. But they got really good ships. Talon is an excellent tank. Tashkent has an excellent skill set, one of the most surprising skill sets out there. And here Tashkent U is not bad as well too. So you could make a really good fleet with these ships. So it would nice to throw a UR ship in there would just be something to really bring it together. And I have been planning on doing something with them in the future, which is why I've already started to bring up most of the ships that I'm focusing on using. I was going to use Aurora, and I'm going to be using Talon, and Sovetskaya Belarus was going to be used as well too. And I'm also going to start bringing up Tashkent. I've been debating which Tashkent to bring up. A lot of people say that she's a little bit better than Tashkent U, but again, that's a U ship. So any type of fleets and stuff that we have for that the only thing about it is she's a destroyer, but she's got a skill set that helps to make up for that. So yeah, so this will be a really good fleet to start working on if they do come out with Sovetskaya Soyuz. So I would assume probably March, sometime in March, we'll probably start hearing the name of what possibly might be the next UR ship. I heard somebody say that they're planning on doing 4 next year. Well, I'm going to rephrase that. 4 this year, because that was said back in into December. We're in January now. So they were talking about doing 4 this year. So that would be interesting. I would do that. A lot of people, some of the high-end players are complaining about the level of the ships because the UR ships that they've been bringing out are powerful. They're clearly way above SSR ships. Well, I mean, I say way, but with their skill set and the damage that they do, they are the most powerful. But they should be. Okay, I don't see where it's getting out myself. The ships are obtainable, so I mean they're easy. I mean, at 200, you get them. You get her. If you don't, you know. The only bad thing about it is if you're not participating in the events, like you can't get Shinano right now because Shinano, the event for her, you have to just wait until the event. But you're going to see their rerun of their events all through the year. Okay, so you know it's not like they're you just have to wait until they come out and then you'll be able to get them. So I don't think yeah they're more powerful than other ships, but they should be because they're UR ships. So I don't really see the dynamic changing that much. The only reason you know you could say the dynamic was changing if those ships were only like behind a paywall or something. Then yeah, I could say that. But when it's available to everybody and obtainable by everyone, even from a free-to-play perspective, like I say, I played the game free-to-play. This is I spend money on this game, but I don't spend it on anything that would really. They really don't offer anything that would make that you can't purchase ships for gems or anything. The reason I have to get gems is because of the fact that my dock space is running out. Okay, I have 12 slots open right now because I just purchased some slots a week or two ago back for 200 gems. I mean, I'm collecting all the ships, and I've got a lot of the ships. Okay. Also, thanks to the people who explained where to actually go. You can actually go into the memento and then go into the archives. And then I was unaware that you could sort the ship by ones that you didn't have. So that allowed me to get the list of the ships I need. And I thank you for that because I had more ships than I actually knew I needed. So, because I only thought I needed about maybe 4 or 5. It's actually closer to 9, the ships that I still need to get. So I'm going to go back. There's a couple of them that I can easily farm. And then there's a couple I'm going to have to wait for the event to come around. Apparently there was a ship that I didn't get inside of an event. I'm really surprised about that. Normally I have good luck at events. Love Island was one that I didn't have, but I just got her recently from a draw. So that was the only one I thought I'd missed, but apparently I was wrong. So thanks a lot for that, guys, in the comments. For explaining to where it was at. Yeah, that's the perfect thing that I needed, and that's it. They were saying it was server based, so I play the EM version, the global type version, so I don't have to worry about something that might be on another server or in another version of the game. Just the ones that for my set. So that works out really great. So I'll be able to focus on getting all the ships. So yeah, I think it's like 9 or 10. All of them will be easy, obtainable. One of them is. One of them's in 13. There's a ship that you have to do in 13. So that's the only one that I finished with 12. I'm in 13 right now, but I haven't got there yet. I will next week because that's what I'm going to start doing. Actually, tomorrow I'm going to start farming those levels where those ships are at so I can start getting them and moving into 13. But get the ships. But yeah, so remember, guys, this event is ending today. So get in there in that build. Do your pity. Get to 200. I know it's a lot of cubes and it's a hunk of change, but yeah, get her now so you don't have to wait for the event to roll around. Okay. And she is, yeah, you will not regret it. She is a top. If you're a newer player, get her, level her up as fast as you can, and then start stuffing stuffing the time into her skills and get them up maxed out. Put a rainbow gun on her if you don't. I have my rainbow gun is currently residing on Jersey, so that's where. But you can put it on Jersey or on FDG or on her. Any of them will work. Okay, so yeah, you want to start using that for them and bring it up. Bring it up as fast as you can. I got to get some more enhancement material so I can bring it up. I gotta get 7 more, so I'll have that in a few days, and then bring it up to 12. But yeah, so definitely want to put that on her. Okay, if you don't have Jersey, it works good on Jersey too. But yeah, but either way, there's other guns that you can use in terms of that. But just get something with the highest efficiency is what I do. Okay, what I'll do is when I want to finalize the character's equipment, I'll just go through all the guns. and choose the one that has the highest efficiency. Okay, and that's what the highest efficiency with the most damage is what you want to choose. Okay, so that way you don't have to start remembering things and writing things down. Just find the gun that has the best efficiency for the character, and that's the one you use. Okay, because the best efficiency indicates the most percentage of damage the gun's going to do. So you want to get it as long as it's over 100. But they got some that'll go into 140. Yeah, so yeah, you definitely want to go for that, and that'll help out a lot. So the event ends today. So get in there and do all that stuff. Don't worry. You don't need to worry about the if you want to get the chat border. So wait. Do your pools today. After you've done your pools today, then you can go into the shop and get Magberg if you did not, do her. Otherwise, like I'm going to do my stuff tomorrow. I'll buy everything in the shop that I need. Okay, I do it after the event's ended. Even though I could technically do it right now, simply because of the fact that I'm not going to pool. We'll go ahead and do that. I'll just show you what I purchase. Okay, so I always focus. The first thing I focus on used to be the parts, but now it's going to be the cognitive arrays because these are very important. Okay, they're the new stuff that you want to get. I don't need the chips. I literally got like 15,000. I've got 10,003. No, I'm sorry. I've got 103,000 chips. I don't need any more cognitive chips, but cognitive arrays are new, so you want to get them. Then after that, I just focus on the parts. Okay, so just go through and just max them all out. I was going to do this tonight anyway to see if I needed to farm for any more of the actual pieces if I needed to get something, if I didn't have enough to get everything. Okay, so that's all. And I always purchase these for Azuma or for FTG, but FTG's done, so I don't need it. So that's what I want. So I've gotten everything that I need inside of here that I really want to focus on. So anything left over, I just purchase as many other blueprints as I can, and that's what I get. So that's it right there. That's it for me. That's what I'll purchase, and that's everything. I've got 100 left, so I usually just use those and snatch up the coals. So that's how I do it, okay? But yeah, so that's what I do. So cognitive arrays, the parts, the blueprints, and then the other set of blueprints for the others. These are really not much important to me anymore because I pretty much got all the priority ships built that I'm working on. I don't have any. I'm focusing on the 4 right now. Priority season 4 ships. They're going to take a little bit longer because they're DR priority ships, so they take a little bit longer to build. But I haven't really had a chance to focus on them all that much with the with the events and stuff. So we'll be starting to get back into that. We'll be starting to get back into things here tomorrow. Actually, holidays are over. Time to get back, and start focusing on the minutia or so much because it's really difficult to get that stuff during the holiday season. But things are starting to wind back down now, and starting to get some time with everything going on, and so we can start focusing on getting all the as I said, minutia done. All right, so yeah, today's last day. Call to arm ends, so get in there, build everything you can. All right, thanks for watching. Remember to subscribe. Once you've subscribed, you'll see the bell. Click on it. YouTube will pretty much all the time let you be notified whenever I do drop a video. Also, like and share the video, as the YouTube algorithm just goes tickled pink over that, and it'll get more views for the video. So this is Kenrir, still in the corner and still coming at you, signing out.